What's going, guys? SeriouSxMan here, and for today's video, we're just gonna, if you didn't know, the March 2013 ban list was officially released yesterday by Konami on their website. It's on the Forbidden Limited list on their website. It'll go into effect on March 1st, which is 1 week from now. I've known this list for a while, since it was, leaked what was it, about like a week ago or something like that? Yeah, about a week ago. But I didn't want to put up a video. Again, I wanted to make it absolutely sure, it was alright, because I want this to be a discussion video. I want comments. I want people discussing about the upcoming format and how this game is going to be changing up. So, you know what? Let's just dive right into it. If you don't want to pay attention to me, I got a nice little match between me and this other guy using heroes. I'm using Macro Rabbit. So if you don't want to listen to my boring ass voice, or you don't care what I gotta say, watch the duel. I don't give a shit. Mute me, put on some music. I don't care. I don't know. Alright, let's get into it. We got Sangan Limited. Rest in peace, my little buddy. Rest in peace. You dodged the ban list for so many years. I think it was, 2005 maybe? I don't know. I think that's what the thing said. It was like March 2005 to 2013 March. I don't know. But Sangan's gone. So what decks does that affect? I looked at my decks. Chaos Dragons, because they use them. What else gets affected? Macro Rabbit, I guess, gets hit a little bit because of that, because they use the tour guide play. But to be honest, with Sangan gone, I don't know. I mean, I guess for Exodia decks, he could search out the pieces. But for the most part, as an overall shot to the format, I don't think it's that big of a hit. For certain decks, it's not that big of a hit. It's not like there were decks that were depending on Sangan's search, and he is only one card, so I don't really think it's that much of a difference. It is if you mainly use the tour guide play to go into a certain level 3, rank 3. But to be honest, with him gone, I don't think his disappearance will affect the format, too much or at all, really. For replacements for tour guide, I would suggest using Dark Mimic level 3, which is basically, of course, a level 3 fiend, which when it's destroyed, you get to draw a card. Or you can use Dark Resonator, which is, he can't be what is it? He can't be destroyed. He basically has to be targeted for attack twice. You attack over him once, his effect prevents him from being destroyed. You attack over him again, he'll be destroyed. So he's good for stalling purposes, I guess. You can use him. What else? But yeah, really, I don't know. That's really it. There was this other guy. His name was Grand Muir Dell, something like that. Some weird ass name, which I was considering using for Macro Rabbit, but then I thought, no, because basically his attack is affected by how many banished cards you have. And I was thinking, because Macro Rabbit, maybe it'll work, but then again, by himself he does nothing, so I decided to leave him out. Poor choice, very, very poor choice. There's little Sangan right now on the screen. I just noticed that. Once again, rest in peace, little buddy. Moving on, the first banned Exceed monster, Wind Up Carrier Zen Mighty. God damn, wind ups. I know there have been some videos that they've come up trying to say that there's a new wind up, not a new loop, but the wind up combo Shockmaster, the OTK is still possible using I don't know, Summoner Monk and Wind Up Warrior, but it's not the same. It's not as effective as the Zen Mighty Shark combo combo, yeah. I mean, it's just not as effective. I don't think wind-ups, it's gonna be, it's kind of gonna, wind-ups are basically gonna be hit. I mean, they're gonna be affected in the same way Inzektor's were last ban list, where they got dropped down to 1 Hornet and 1 Dragonfly. It's pretty much gonna be the same effect. Maybe they'll bounce back for like a YCS, do something. Maybe somebody will innovate. Nobody knows. But for me, wind-ups are dead. For me, I don't care. Wind-ups, which is sad because I actually tried playing them. One point, it was kind of fun doing the combos because I like it. Because like any other human, I like instant gratification. You know, seeing all the combos go off. But hey, they were annoying, so whatever. That's all the ban. Moving on to limited, we got Wind-Up Magician. Pretty much the same thing as I said before. The shit's going to 1. I mean, he was part of the, of course, you know, Magician Shark combo. So I don't see how Wind-Ups are gonna bounce back from that. I really don't. 1 Day of Peace. Next limited card. It wasn't so. People are like, oh, you know, it was probably for stall decks, but you gotta remember, you know, these stall Final Countdown Exodia decks, they've been around, and you know, Konami really hasn't said anything. But then again, they just banned Sengen, so whatever. But the real problem is because these Gishkis have been showing up. They got the new Gishkis coming out in that new Hidden Arsenal. I don't know if it's that big 3200 that's coming out in this one, or if he came out already. I don't know. But if that's the case, that's why the card's being banned, because supposedly 1 Day of Peace was used to stall until you have all the necessary pieces for the Gishki beatdown or loop. Not the loop, but the beatdown, whatever the hell you want to call it. It was some sort of weird Gishki OTK shit that really put a hole in some people, so that's why 1 Day got hit. Yeah. Moving on, we got Solemn Warning going from 2 to 1. I don't know if I should be scared or not, because, you know, being the first person to draw Solemn Warning really gives you an edge in a duel, or Solemn Judgment. You know, you have Solemn, especially if you have like really good cards in hand, get your combos off, play that monster, set your Solemn Warning, scoop phase, shit. I mean, down to 1, that kind of makes OTKs a little bit easier now if you think about it, and a little bit less riskier. Like people can somewhat afford to play a little riskier. Not really. It's 1 card, so I can't really say they can go riskier. But there's like a slight edge. You know, you could. I don't know how to say this. Yeah, I mean, somewhere in a 1. I'm questioning why. I mean, it's not like it was really, you know, that impactful. I mean, maybe they realized because the primary, you know, problem with this was in the Macro Rabbit deck. Because if you got that Dalka out, set your back row with a warning and like, I don't know, a Lance or something, Solemn Judgment, whatever the hell, it was game. So I guess maybe that's why they banned it, because I don't know. Which brings me to my next little side thing. People are questioning why the hell Rabbit didn't get hit, because people are saying, you know, it's doing really good in tournaments over here in the TCG, but especially over in the OCG, it is absolutely wrecking the OCG right now. And usually, from what we've seen in the past, if something is terrorizing the OCG, they hit it. But they didn't hit Rabbit, so people are like, okay, what the hell? But I have a hypothesis. I have a hypothesis on this. Think about it. Maybe they want Evil Swarm to become a good deck. They want it to sell. They want to sell the Hidden Arsenal 7 pack, and so you're thinking, okay, how does that link up with Rabbit? Well, 1 card, Heliotrope. Why would you make this nice archetype you have all these little Evil Swarms, do whatever the hell, and then make 1 random ass vanilla? I don't know if that's just to fit the form, but hey, you just make 1 random ass 1950 beat stick. You can't tell me that Rabbit wasn't in the thought process on that one. So maybe it was for that. Who knows? And another reason, what would be, they still want Macro Rabbit to be a deck because, if I'm not mistaken, a few months ago they released tins where they fucking put Rescue Rabbit, Dalka, and Logia in them, separately of course. But Rabbit, they put in the 2 different tins. They didn't just put him in one exclusive, they put it in 2 different tins. So, that's more of an incentive to just buy the tins. Go for the deck. So, if you ask me, I don't think Rabbit got hit because, well, it was a marketing decision. Maybe he'll get in the next list, who knows. But for now, he's making, the Rabbit deck's making the money, so they're just going to keep it. And I'll get, by the way, making money, I'll get to that later in the video when we discuss the format. Right now we're doing ban list. That's the end of the limited. Down to the semi-limited. We got Thunder King Ryo at 2. I don't think that's a problem because, you know, who runs 3 Thunder King? Then again, I think I did in one of the decks. Yeah, I ran 3 in my Agents deck. People, which is, you know, you say why? I mean, don't you have like the Agent? Like, yeah, but you know. You gotta play smart. You can't do that at the same time. I mean, yeah, it didn't really bother me that much. It helped stall, whatever. So, you know, it being at 2 doesn't affect the meta at all. Moving on. We got Tsukiyomi at 2. Tsukiyomi did nothing this format. Absolutely squat, zilch, donut, nothing. Zilch, 0. It did nothing. It wasn't using decks. People were like, oh, we're going to use it in Karakuri. Never happened. Never happened. So, it going to 2, it can go to 3. I could care less. Whatever. Moving on. That card doesn't matter. The last one, Advanced, well, for semi-limited, Advanced Ritual Art. This was funny. People were like, why do they hit this random-ass card? Why do they hit it? Why did they hit it? It didn't get hit, it got moved up. It was limited. It got moved to 2. It went from 1 to 2. And why they would do that, considering they wanted to stop the whole Gishki beatdown? I mean, I guess they decreased the 1 day, boosted up the ritual to kind of keep it, you know, alive. I don't, beats me. But I really don't care for the Gishkis. I don't see them being competitive, so whatever, moving on. Now, down to the 5 cards that were unlimited. We got Kalut. I think they might be trying to get back Black Wings. Think about it. I mean, maybe part of these new synchros that they've been talking about, they might include a new Blackwing, because if you remember, this Cosmo Blazer, we did get some new Blackwings. Terrible Blackwings, Blackwings nonetheless. So I got Kalut to 3, and it's funny, like in that video with Slim and Jarrell, where he's like, it goes, if Kalut's at 3, I want Honest up. Me too, because once Constellars comes out, I'm rocking them. I mean, I would love it, like, at least 2 Honest. I would love that. But you gotta remember, Kalut, it only boosts them a certain number of points, 1,400. Honest, you drop that, you win the battle. Because there's a chance you can Kalut, your opponent Forbidden Lances you, and then all of a sudden you're back to square 1. So, I guess that's a little bit more fair, I guess. I don't know. Lumina at 3. I think that they're going to try to push Lightsworn, especially with that light support booster pack that's supposedly coming up. Who knows? Who knows if that's going to deal with the Lightsworns at all? Maybe a Lightsworn Exceed? Maybe? That's been hinted. Actually, no. I think there was one. Isn't it like, doesn't it take like 2 level 3s or something like that? I don't know. And isn't Lumina at 3? Interesting. Just thought of that. But Lumina, I don't know, at 3, I don't think that's much of a problem. I myself would probably just play 2 anyway. Whatever. Moving on. Sport at 3. Moving on. Shien Smoke Signal at 3. That's pretty interesting because that was in the fake ban list with Goyo Guardian. Shien Smoke Signal at 3. Maybe they're trying to get back 6 Samurai. They did release a structure deck, people. So I don't know. Imagine this. Oh wait, I was just about to say, what if they make a 6 Samurai Exceed? They did, you dumbass. Not a good one, but whatever. And then Mind Crush at 3. That's interesting, considering, you know, maybe this is a move to at least calm down the mermaids, because they do a lot of searching. So maybe that was a strike at them. I really don't know. Mind Crush, I personally have started to side them, you know, for the mermaid matchup, and for Prophecy, I've been starting to side those in. So I don't know, maybe 3, good option, bad option. I don't know. Probably you could probably run 3 in Dark World, but then again, you know, Dark World's like the venom of like every format. So yeah, that's the ban list. How's this duel going? How much more time? Yeah, I got a considerable amount of time to talk. So, alright, so now, for this part, we're going to be talking about the format. Overall, what's going to be at the top, and how the meta might evolve. I think going into this format, the top 3 decks, I originally thought it was going to be this. I thought it was going to be Mermails, Fire Fist, Macro Rabbit, but then I realized how big of a boss Spellbook was. I completely forgot about them. How could I? So Spellbooks might be at 3, because, you know, they got those, they got Reaper and that other spell card. I think it was Master Spellbook. I don't know. In Cosmo Blazer. So now they got those 2 cards. So now they're even more powerful than they were before. And who knows if they might receive some more support. I don't know, because, yeah, didn't Tachyon get fully released? I mean, leaked? I don't know. Man, I'm bad at this. What's next? Sorry. Fuck. Well, I have like the worst memory. What was I even? Oh yeah. So I was thinking it was gonna be Macro Rabbit as part of the top 3, but then one of Mickey's videos that I saw, you know, they put it very intelligently, where it would be Prophecy, Fire Fist, and Mermails, and then the anti-meta deck would be Macro Rabbit. And that actually makes sense, because you look at the top 3. Prophecy, which, you know, needs their spellbooks to go to grave and then banish them for other spellbooks and some other cards. You got Fire Fist that send their shit to the grave, their spells and traps to the grave to get the effect. And then you have Mermails, which need their monsters to go to the grave to activate their effects. So if you think about it, if that's the top 3 decks, that's the meta, anti-meta. So that actually does make sense. So sure, yeah, I don't see why not. But then again, I want to say the most common deck is probably, okay, out of the top 3 that I just said, Mermails, Fire Fist, Prophecy, the most popular is going to be Fire Fist. Because, let me tell you, Megalo is like $100 right now. Priestess is at, okay, hold up, time out right now. How is Priestess $100? I can understand it's easy to get out. You just reveal 3 spell books, special summon that bitch, banish a spell book, destroy a card on the field. I understand why it's good, but goddamn, the deck hasn't topped. The deck, I mean, I understand that they just got 2 of their good cards, but hell, we just had friggin' YCS, the YCS, and it's not topping. So I want to know how the hell this card is a $100 card right now. I don't get it. Because look at Megalo. Before the last tournament, Tacoma, it was like a $50 card. Then after the tournament, when it was topping so much, it became a fucking $90 card. So, you know, how did Priestess become a $100 card? I don't get it. Huh. I just had an epiphany. Maybe it's not. Maybe it didn't top a lot this at Miami because people couldn't pay for the goddamn deck. That might be something. I just thought of that. That might be why there wasn't a lot of it in the tournament, because people fucking couldn't afford it. But then again, what happened to water? Shit. So there you go. No excuse for you, Prophecy. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. But I don't know. I mean, let's see. For other decks that might be coming out, let's look at some up-and-coming archetypes that are supposedly supposed to be coming out. Phantom Beastcraft. I don't think they're gonna do that well. They might, maybe with this new. Because okay, let me just say this: I have not seen the Lord Tachyon preview yet. I have not looked at it. I should have. It came out like a long ass time ago. But as far as I know, they don't really have that much support. As far as I know, at the moment, I don't know if they really have any support cards that make them good. But Phantom Beastcraft, I don't see them being good. When Hidden Arsenal comes out, Verz might do okay. Because if you look at the top three, the supposedly top 3 decks, it'll hit Mermail because of the it'll hit the big boss Mermails. Firefist, no, it won't hit them because everything's like level 4 or rank the friggin' Tiger King. And for Prophecy, yeah, it might because they can't get out the Priestess or the Reaper. So maybe I don't know. What was I just saying? Yeah, let's see. The only thing is that for the Hidden Arsenal, I just reminded myself of that. For Verz, we're not getting Karikion, so I don't know if that's really going to affect the deck that much. It should, because let me tell you, on the flip side, I am pissed the fuck off. You're telling me that for Hidden Arsenal 7, right? You clear up everything. You release nearly every Verz except for the Karikion, but that's okay. They can probably deal with that. But for Consular, you release all the Consulars at once, all in one pack, every Consular. So if you wanted to go play Consulars, you could do it, right? No, because they decided they were going to be real funny and release every Consular except for one, Consular Omega. The fuck? I thought I was gonna, I was looking at the pack. I was like, yeah, they got every fucking card. And then they're like, I'm like, where's Omega? Where's Omega? And then, well, shit. Omega's not there. Dreams been crushed. Whatever. I'll probably, when Omega does come out, I'll probably play the deck. I like it a lot. Then again, I really have taken a liking to Mermails. I really have taken a liking to Mermails. You might see some matches on that. Well, this is coming to a close. Yeah, I've gotten everything I've gotten to say. Ban list has been talked about, format, whatever. See ya, broskies.